Goldman Sachs has just named Bitcoin the best performing asset of 2023, guys. We got a lot to talk about today, and we're going to hop straight into it. Take a look at this from Watch Your Guru. Justin, Goldman Sachs names Bitcoin the best performing asset of 2023. Let's dive into the article a little bit. So we know Bitcoin has been on the run this year. Numbers been going up. Things have been going good. Take a look at this. According to the year-to-date asset return report by Goldman Sachs, Bitcoin is their best performing asset of 2023. The development follows what was a horrendous year for the cryptocurrency sector in 2022. And that's how it is. Number goes up, number goes down. And take a look at this. Market performance, year-to-date absolute and risk-adjusted returns. Bitcoin is absolutely crushing it. Crushing all their other investments are getting absolutely destroyed per usual. And we know that Bitcoin has been pumping lately. Take a look at this. The price of Bitcoin had a pretty good day. We're sitting at 23K. Could we go higher? Maybe. I think we could hit around maybe this 25K range as you see here. And if we break higher than that, that's when things could get very, very interesting. But we are still treading around this range and things have been going good. You know, I personally believe that we are going to have a green year in 2023. I think we're going to close this year higher than when we started because we started at like 16K and we had people calling for 10K and I wasn't falling for none of that shit. Of course, always be DCA, not financial advice. And then take a look at this to our next story of the day. Tesla reveals none of their $245 million worth of Bitcoin was sold in quarter 4 of 2022. Yeah, thank you, Elon, for not dumping your bags on us. To our next story, take a look at this. Arizona senator introduces bill to make Bitcoin a legal tender in the state. Let's go. This is exactly what we want to see. I'm not the biggest Arizona guy. I've actually never been there, so I don't even know why I even said that because I shouldn't even have an opinion because I've never been there. Completely off topic, but yeah, this is pretty dope. Good to see Bitcoins, getting that recognition. This is another reason why I believe the U.S. government's not going to ban Bitcoin because there's so many politicians with their bags loaded with Bitcoin. And they love Bitcoin, so they're not going to do that. And then take a look at this. This is a very big story. Senator Josh Hawley introduces a bill called the Pelosi Act that would ban Congress members from trading stocks. Now, this has been something that's very, very controversial. Not really controversial at all to people like us, but to the people in Washington. Take a look at this. Josh Hawley today tweeted on Twitter, members of Congress and their spouses shouldn't be using the position to get rich on the stock market. And that's completely true because these guys, these politician people, they're supposed to be public servants. They're supposed to be serving the people. And, well, it turned out that they're actually just dumping their bags on the people. And they were using the people as exit liquidity. So I definitely think this should go through. He calls it the Pelosi Act. We know Pelosi was one of the big ones. It also bans their spouses, too, from trading, which makes a lot of sense because what they would do, Pelosi would do, is she would scheme, and her husband would be making all these great trades, They'd be making a deal with China, and right before China, they'd be buying into whatever, and then, number goes up, we made And you got to understand, with stocks, crypto, all this, it's player versus player. Every time you buy, there's a seller. Every time you sell, there's a buyer. So when Pelosi, husband, whatever, Pelosi, all these stock people, I'm calling them stock people, Jesus, they're politicians. When all these politicians are selling at the top, someone's buying it. And that person who's buying it's probably not a politician. It's probably some guy at home. So they're literally dumping their bags on everyday American citizens, or they had been. So definitely think they should get banned. I mean, if they have it's kind of hard for them to sit up there and be like, well, we want to trade because the point of trading, let's be real, is to get rich. So aren't you supposed to be serving the people? Huh? Yeah, going to be interesting with that. And then take a look at this. From Unusual Whales, 90% chance of Fed raising 0.75 basis points. And I think that definitely happens. And I think we're going to see a couple more rate hikes. But the Fed has been a lot less aggressive. And I think they're going to continue to get less aggressive. But overall, we are starting to see inflation come down. But there are still some metrics that are rough. I mean, the food at home metric, awful. I mean, you go to the grocery store and you can tell things are still very expensive. So things aren't going too great yet. And I think 2023, we're going to see the unemployment rate skyrocket. I think a lot of people are going to get laid off. We've been seeing Google lay off, Microsoft lay off. I don't know, Amazon's laying off. Every single company's laying off. And I think it's kind of a part of it because what happens is when we are in these environments where there's so much stimulus getting pumped and so much money getting pumped in, these companies are running at such large profits, they're like, fuck it, we'll just hire all these people. Turns out they don't actually need these people. So the first thing companies do when they hit hard times is lay off people. That is the first thing a company does. And that's what's happening. Yeah, guys, that's all we got for today's video. Make sure to subscribe, like, leave a comment. Follow me on my socials. Go follow me on my Twitter. We're doing a lot of cool stuff over there. And yeah, guys, thank you for watching.